Hi. Okay, we've just done the fields list portion. Now let's go into actually editing. We'll create a new field so that we can go through the various different steps involved. Uh, okay, first item, let's scroll this up just slightly. Okay, you have a field type, and that can be, as you can see, there's a large selection, checkbox single, checkbox multiple, date, drop down, etc. Basically, checkbox single and checkbox multiple. Okay, checkbox single and checkbox multiple, that's for the fields that are defined here. Here we have checkbox multiple images where an individual, like in this case, it shows airbag, radio, air conditioning, video, so that let's say in the case of a car listing, a individual is placing their ad can check one of these, let's say airbag and air conditioning, so that then when the ad displays, a potential buyer can see exactly what those particular ads, what those particular options are. And the same thing for checkbox multiple, but it's just using text values to describe the various different things. And they just get checked on when the ad is being placed. If you decide you don't want it, then you just turn them off. Okay. And we'll jump back in here. So that the other item is the checkbox single. That's in this case here where we have show map. We allow Google Maps to be displayed with an ad. If the person who's placing the ad wants a map displayed, then they can turn this box on and the Google Map will display at the bottom of their screen based on as little info as the city and state or province. Okay. Then the other fields are a drop-down single select, a drop-down multiple select. Okay, and then also you've got radio button and radio button images. So if we jump back into this, this is a drop-down multiple select where somebody can then select cans, holding down the control key. They can then select bags so that both those options can be made available. Or in the case of a single select field, like delivery type, they can select one of these. Okay, and then the other field is the single. Oops, let's go back. Oh, the radio buttons. Okay, uh, that is where you've got these images, in this case, radio button images. They can select one of these items. They can't select multiple items. That's where the check boxes would be. So they're going to select either black or blue or green or red by just checking it on. And the same thing for the radio button where they have text values instead of actual images. And if a person decides, no, wait, I didn't want that, they can hit the clear button to eliminate that because there's no way to uncheck it. Okay. So then we've got those pretty much explained. Date field is exactly that. It allows us to check and put in a date. You're going to see in this case, a little calendar here. They can either enter in the date or the best thing is to put in the calendar, click on it, and then just click on that and the date automatically appears. And then we have email address, number text. Those are basically just text fields. A price, that is actually a dollar amount field or euro amount where you're dealing with dollars and cents. And in the parameters in the previous tabs, I showed you how to set up the actual number formats so that this will fall into the formats and can accept pretty much anything you want. Okay, editor text area. Okay, that's a little different in that where you have a text area or just plain text. Um, like in this case here, text area, you have X number of lines, X number of columns. and it's just simple text. There is no formatting capability. But with an editor text area, as in the ad description, this is where you can actually give them the ability to format their text so that they can boldface it, center it, put in tables and things such as that to give the potential customer a chance to a better opportunity to see what the description is. Okay. The URL is just another text field, basically just for URLs. It'll actually check for the proper http://info. Okay, video, that is basically just another URL, but what that allows them to do is put in the URL of an embedded video. And if that is clicked, and down at the bottom, here you can see we need to set the video width and height so that when that information is entered, then the video would display in a certain size. Okay, and as far as some of these other fields are concerned, where you have checkbox single, checkbox multiple, or multiple images, those actually will select checkbox multiple, and what it will do is it'll actually add a table down at the bottom where you put in the various different names and values for the fields that can be checked off. The same thing for the multiple images. It'll turn around, it'll actually ask you to find one of these images that you uploaded in the fields table, which we'll get into further down the line. Okay. And that basically explains all of them. The only other two items, or well, three items actually, is a file. You can allow the ad placer to actually upload a file, which somebody can then download, or if they're going to sell a file or even an item, they can click on this and set it. Then when we're in data entry, in this case here, we'll scroll down slightly. And here you can see it's asking for a paid file. If they were to click on this, it'll then open it up. They can then double click on an item, and now all of a sudden you've got a lot more information to enter. Okay, you enter in the cost of the item, the duration that the item will be available to a particular individual, or the max number of downloads so that they can download only 2 times, 10 times, whatever. A given item description, the license key is automatically generated. You can set a tax rate if you have you can have up to 3 tax rates, which you have set in your previous payments tab. Okay, the accept PayPal payment. If the individual placing the ad will accept PayPal, they can leave this at yes. Or if they expect direct payment, either by check, cash, or taking a credit card over the phone, whatever, they can set that to yes, and then this information can be displayed. The actual button label will in this case say pay us directly, or it can be changed. The same thing for the information here for the payment notice that pops up as a tooltip technically. Okay, in the email notice, you'll get sent this. The buyer will get sent this information to make arrangements. If you can accept, we don't have this fully implemented, but you can accept Visa directly or via PayPass by MasterCard. You can accept MasterCard directly. If you set those to yes, those will pop up also. So that gives you an idea of the various fields that can be set up. Okay. The next field that we have here, let's take a break here, and we'll start up with continuing on down then. Okay, thanks.